Hello, everybody, and welcome back to RevHang for the final episode of Season 4. It's been a crazy season, and we are very late to get this
Almost
out.
like it's the first episode of Season 5, almost.
Almost. We're probably closer to that than we are to the last episode we released of Season 4. There are good reasons for that. I did have a knee surgery and was recovering from that for a while, and doing a podcast was not on my priority list. However,
crazy how your priorities change when you go through a massive surgery that
event.
affects your mobility for the rest of your life.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'll be healed in 6 months, but for the rest of my life, just for the dramatics, yes.
Yeah.
But we're back. We're so out of...
We're out of practice.
Out of practice.
We're out of touch.
Forgot.
Out of ideas. Out of money.
Forgot my mic. Yeah. Forgot the SD card. We're really... We just want to get this out so we can get Season 5 started in about a month.
Yeah, we got to start painting a shed. Just kidding.
Yes.
I won't make you paint a shed.
I can paint the shed. I
Okay.
can stand. I'll be out of this brace in like 3 weeks, so not
okay.
even. But anyway, regardless, we're back. This is the last episode of Season 4. We've got predictions that we made at the beginning of Season 4 that we must round out and wrap up for you lovely people, because I know you're dying to hear
Yeah.
how horrible our predictions were.
Beat the shit out of past Ben.
Yes. All right, so let's get into IndyCar first, and we'll go through Formula One afterwards. We will go through these results for the season, since we haven't in a long time. Alex Palou was our champion, followed by Pato O'Ward and Scott Dixon. Fourth and fifth were Kirkwood and Lundgaard. 6 through 10 were Herta, Rosenqvist, Armstrong, Power, and McLaughlin. 11 through 15 were Malukas, Newgard, and Rasmussen, VK, and Rossi. 16 through 20 were Ferrucci, Simpson, Daly, Rahal, and Erickson. 21 through 25 were Eilot, Siegel, Foster, Schwartzman, and Stingray Robb. You have to say the whole name. You just have to.
Sure.
Yes.
You can.
26 through 30 were De Francesco, Abel, Sato, Castroneves, and Carpenter. 31 through 34, running off the finishers, were Jack Harvey, Ryan Hunter-Reay, Kyle Larson, and Marco Andretti, the Indy 500 only racers. Of course, I think that started with Takuma Sato. So.
Yeah.
All right, our predictions for the IndyCar season. Boy, we were both... Anyway.
We had some interesting picks.
Yes.
Needless to say.
First off, total different race winners. This is hilarious. What did you say, Ben?
I said 8.
I said 6. Guess how many people won? Different people won.
7. It's the law of averages. It's real.
Yep. Yeah, wait till you get to the next one. Total DNFs.
Oh my gosh.
What did you say, Ben?
I said 60.
I said 84. Guess how many it was? 72.
The average.
The
Wow.
average.
Together, you and I have so many brain cells.
Yes, if we just combined, we would be so right.
Except for this next segment.
Yeah. Driver with the most DNFs in the season. What did you say, Ben?
I had Stingray Robb.
I had Robert Schwartzman. I think both pretty good
Both should have been
guesses.
shoe-ins.
Yes. In fact, it was a 4-way tie between Joseph Newgard and Will Power, Nolan Siegel, and Jacob Abel.
Newgarden and Power.
5 DNFs.
5
yeah.
DNFs.
Newgarden I would have guessed because he had a horrible season. But I
At
don't
the
remember
start of
Will
the season,
Power.
though?
I mean, the start of the season wasn't bad, but like the middle of the season, he was just like not finishing races.
Yeah.
But I don't remember where Will Power DNF'd 5 times.
Yeah.
Driver with the most pole positions. What did you say, Ben?
I had Colton Herta.
The hopium was real. I had Scott McLaughlin. Did not happen.
Yeah.
Most
we
pole
should have
positions.
known.
Yes.
It would have been Alex Palou.
Alex Palou by a country mile with 6 pole positions.
That's F1 consistency that you're seeing.
Most consistent driver. What did you say, Ben?
I had Scott Dixon for this.
Very good guess. I had Callum Eilot, who I thought would be consistently at the back, but he actually did not do terrible.
You tried to play the system, and the system played you.
Yep. The most consistent driver was actually Devlin De Francesco with a standard deviation on his finishes of just 3.53.
What was his average finishing place?
It was like 17th or something.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't good, but he was always in 17th. So,
Fair.
yeah, very, very consistent from him. Consistently not great. Least consistent driver, what did you say, Ben?
I had Nolan Siegel for this.
And I had Alex Rossi. In fact, it went to by a country mile, Scott McLaughlin.
Probably the worst season for Penske in recent memory.
Yeah, McLaughlin was wild if you look at his different finishes. He's like second place, last, DNF, second place.
That's the hard part about having great drivers who are just the strategies and the team culture and the cheating sometimes just really wears you down.
Yep.
Really hurts your consistency.
Driver with the most wins, what'd you say?
I was really on the Herta train. I thought he was going to come back and win it all after a bad last season, but no, he had another bad last season.
I had Pato Award, and it went to, of course, Alex Blow. Mm-hmm. He won 8 races in the season. And then, of course, the champion. What did you say, Ben?
You're going to love this. I said Colton Herta.
Yes. I said Alex Palou because I know motorsports.
You're no fool.
I'm no fool. And it was Alex Palou, of course. Moving into the data, if we wanted to dive a little deeper, let's look at some interesting data points. Let's see. So, I'm going to say... That's not right. Unless it is right. Oh my gosh, Ben, I am so sorry. After adjusting the data and fixing it.
What?
You were actually correct. Scott Dixon was the most consistent driver.
Yes!
I thought, what? How did this happen? I am so confusion. I don't know how I managed to screw this up so bad, but...
What was the standard deviation?
Dave Francesco's was 5.1, I believe. Yep. Dave Francesco was 5.1. Scott Dixon was 5.01.
Wow.
So, Ben actually gets this one right.
Yes. That feels good, actually. That makes me feel a lot better about not actually getting anything right in this entire table. At least I got one. And you got one.
I can't really change the whole thing in this version, but you know what? The name is green. That's
limitation of Google Sheets.
Yes. So, good job, Ben.
Good job to you. Overall champion pick.
Yes. Let me make sure the least consistent driver is correct now. Yes, it is still McLaughlin.
He had so much margin to play with.
Yeah.
Also,
Will Power and Newgarden were the next two. It was all the Penske boys.
Penske just that really solidifies how awful their season was.
Yeah,
this
they
year.
were all 3 of them were the 3 least consistent.
They had
drivers.
worse consistency than Kirkwood.
Yes.
Who is the fastest Andretti driver, while still driving for Andretti.
Yeah. That's pretty wild. But yeah, Palou, who won almost every race, came in 5th actually. Yeah. So, back to it. Formula One results. Lando Norris won the Drivers' Championship, followed by Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri. 4th and 5th were Russell and Leclerc. 6 through 10 were Hamilton, Antonelli, Albon, Sainz, and Alonso. 11 through 15 were Hülkenberg, Hadjar, Behrman, Lawson, and Ocon. 16 through 20 were Stroll, Tsunoda, Gasly, Bortoletto, and Colapinto. And in 21st place, out of 20 drivers, was Jack Doohan.
Man, thank goodness Fernando Alonso pulled it together and is able to outscore Lance Stroll by the end of the season. That would have been
tragic.
Miserable.
Teams, the Constructors' Championship, McLaren won very comfortably, followed by Mercedes in P2 and Red Bull in P3. Ferrari in 4th, Williams in 5th. 6 through 10 were Racing Bulls, Aston Martin, Haas, Sauber, and Alpine. It shocks me that Haas was in 8th because I feel like they had a better season.
But then you remember that Ocon was driving for them also. It wasn't just 2 Behrmans.
Yeah, it wasn't 2 Behrmans.
If it was 2 Oliver Behrmans,
they would have been like P5.
Yeah, they would have maybe beaten Aston Martin.
I would have said, yeah, probably they would have been competing with Racing Bulls, I think, for P6 if they had 2 Behrmans. Yeah. Actually, Ocon scored 38 points to Behrman's 41. Like, it wasn't that far apart, actually.
Yeah, but Oliver Behrman's been in the sport for a year now, and Ocon's been racing since Renault was Renault.
Yeah. And we're back. Minor semi-technical difficulty.
There was a helicopter going overhead, and we had to look.
F-35 flew over us. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Regardless... What were we talking about, Ben? You were talking about some interesting finishing stuff.
Yeah.
Williams.
Did you notice any interesting or surprising results from this season?
Other than Williams finishing like 40 points ahead of P6.
Did you expect that Kick Sauber would finish with over 3 times the points of Alpine?
No, I did not expect that. I figured Alpine would probably be 9th. I thought Sauber would be 10th by a long way. I thought it'd be probably reversed from that.
Yeah. Hulkenberg really had a crazy year this year.
He really did, yeah. He got his first podium.
Finally.
Great stuff for him. I'm very happy for him, yes. All right. Going through our predictions for Formula One. Ben, give me we'll go through the constructors. Well, we already did. So if you want to know the order, go back and listen. We'll tell you which ones we got right and which ones we got wrong.
Yeah.
So, Ben, tell me your predictions for the order of the Constructors' Championship.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you, Nathan. I had Ferrari coming in first.
Oof.
I don't know why. I had Ferrari, Red Bull in second, McLaren in third, Mercedes in fourth, Williams in fifth, Haas in sixth, Aston Martin in seventh, RB in eighth, Alpine in ninth, and Sauber in 10th. Out of all those, I got Williams in fifth and Aston Martin in seventh. I did not expect to hit Aston Martin on that one. But here we are.
I had McLaren winning it all. So I got that correct, followed by Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull. Then I had Williams in fifth, Aston Martin in sixth, Haas in seventh, RB in eighth, Alpine in ninth, and Sauber in last. So I got McLaren and Williams correct. And then
the takeaways, we both vastly overestimated Haas.
Yes.
And vastly underestimated Sauber.
Yeah. And overestimated Ferrari.
And I really underestimated McLaren.
Yeah. Where did you have them? Third? Yeah.
I'm third. Yeah.
Drivers' Championship. What did you have, Ben?
I had, oh boy, Verstappen, Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, Piastri, Lawson, Antonelli, Sainz, and Albon is my top 10. And then I had Alonso, Ocon, Tsunoda, Gasly, Berman, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Doohan, Hadjar, and Bortoleto as my bottom 20. Notice we made these at the start, so we had Doohan and didn't even consider the fact that Colapinto would rapidly replace the poor boy.
Yes. I had Norris, Leclerc, Verstappen, 4th and 5th, Piastri, Hamilton, 6 through 10, Russell, Sainz, Antonelli, Lawson, and Albon, 11 through 15, Alonso, Stroll, Ocon, Tsunoda, and Gasly, 16 through 20, Berman, Hulkenberg, Hadjar, Doohan, and Bortoleto. So I only got Lando Norris correct. You beat me on that one, Ben.
Hey, you got the Drivers' Championship, though.
I did get the Drivers' Champion.
You got number one driver?
Yes.
I got Sainz and Stroll.
There you go.
Somehow, for some reason.
For some reason.
I had Antonelli really low and Lawson really high. Because he was at Red Bull.
Yep.
Yep.
We both had Lawson in the top 10, and that did not happen.
What else? I had Piastri pretty low. You're much closer on Piastri than I was.
Yep.
And then I had Hamilton pretty high. Well, not that much higher up than he placed. A little high up.
Yeah.
We both had Hulkenberg in 17th, which I think is funny.
Yep.
He outperformed at 11th.
We both had Albon in 10th.
Hadjar way outperformed what I thought.
Oh, absolutely. Both of us.
And Berman also pretty good.
Yeah.
What else? That's about it.
Yeah, we both said Albon was 10th, but he ended up in 8th. So he outperformed for sure. Yeah. All right. Total safety cars and virtual safety cars. What did you say, Ben?
I had 38 VSCs and safety cars.
So 35.
35.
35.
Yep.
I had 28.
Yeah.
And there were 28 safety cars and
That's
virtual
crazy.
safety cars. So I'm just.
So walk me through your logic for that again. Do you remember what 2025 Nathan was thinking?
I think it was, hey, there's 24 races. I bet there's like one per race and then a couple of crazy races where we get some extras.
Okay.
So, I will note, it is possible that I missed a VSC or two because I had to scrub through all of the races.
You just look for where the yellow flashed up.
I looked for when the yellow flashed up, and some of the VSCs this year were very short.
I wonder if you could train like a machine learning program to just identify the yellow in one part of the screen.
Maybe I'm not smart enough to do that though. But So I'm gonna say plus or minus 1 or 2.
Sure.
VSCs.
Just take your one.
Also, yeah, I will. I should just stop talking. But, well, I will say if a VSC turned into a full safety car, I counted that as a safety car, and if a safety car turned into a red flag, I did not count that.
Okay, fair enough. Fastest laps.
Fastest laps, indeed.
Wow, I had Hamilton for this.
Yep, I had Norris, and it was a tie between Norris and Piastri with 6 fastest laps.
Wow, I am not feeling good about the rest of these predictions. That's insane. What was I thinking?
Total different race winners. Hey, you were closer than me on this one. You said...
I had 5.
I had 6, and it was 4.
Okay.
Now, can you name the 4? I'm sure you can.
Piastri, Norris, Verstappen, and... Sainz.
No.
No. Shit. It was... Was it Leclerc?
No.
No.
Ferrari did not win a race this year. Oh boy.
Was it Antonelli?
No.
Was it Russell?
It was Russell.
Okay.
Russell
won
2 races.
I should have gotten there faster.
Yeah.
I don't know why it took me that long. Russell had a great season.
He did, yes.
That's just embarrassing for me. Okay.
It's okay. Fastest pit stop team. What did you say, Ben?
I had McLaren.
I don't know why I didn't count you.
Wait, yeah, what the heck?
My bad. You saw nothing. I also had McLaren, and it was McLaren. Me just casually rolling. Yes, so we both got it right. McLaren with a time of 1.91 seconds. No one broke 1.8.
No, those
no
are
broke into the 1.8.
I don't know if we'll ever get back to that.
I mean, we had it last year.
Did we really?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I think McLaren also had like a 1.84 or something like that. Total DNFs, what'd you say, Ben?
I had Alpine for this. I thought I was a shoe-in.
Not most DNFs, total DNFs. The one above it.
Oh, 60. Alpine with 60 DNFs.
Yes. I had 73, and it was 50, so much less DNFs than we were thinking.
I was kind of close.
Mm-hmm.
I was only 10 off.
Yep. I was 23 off, so you were much closer than me.
That's only 25%.
Team with the most DNFs, you, of course, said Alpine. I said RB, and it was Williams, because they just could not keep their cars from not finishing.
Was it Williams last year?
I think it was Alpine last year.
It must have been
Or it was either Alpine...
Because Sargent and Albon crashed all the time last year.
Oh, it might have been... No, it was Williams, because, Sargent and Colapinto, single-handedly took them.
And then
right.
Albon joined in later on in the season.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it was Williams. I think it was Alpine the year before that. Driver with the most pole positions, what did you say?
I had Norris.
I had Leclerc, and it was Max Verstappen with 8.
Wow.
Yeah. Most consistent driver, what did you say?
I had Russell for this one.
I had Norris, and it was Norris with a 1.45 standard deviation, which is actually kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy. Can I at least know how consistent Russell was?
You can, yes.
Thank you.
Let's see here.
Give me a little consolation prize.
How consistent was George Russell?
Jorg. POV, you didn't lock your headers in place.
My bad. 2.5. He would have finished, it looks like...
Third? Fourth,
because of probably Colapinto or Doohan. Yeah, it was Colapinto. Doohan was 1.71, but I don't count him because you need at least 9 races.
3, 4. So
I didn't count Doohan though.
Oh, okay.
Because he only had like 5 races.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So 4th. I'll take it.
4th. Yeah. I also didn't lock my headers because I have a bunch of things on this sheet that would have...
You didn't make a single sheet for every single different calculation you made?
This is not my work spreadsheet, so I don't keep it organized, no.
Fair enough.
I only use it once a year.
Yeah. Once we have enough data, it'd be cool to chart consistency versus championships or race wins.
I mean, we're getting there. We're on our 4th season of this. We're probably getting up there.
And by we, I mean you should do that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
And I'll make fun of you when you make the most minuscule error.
Now, so.
When you make the most minuscule error, I will point it out because I am an engineer and that's what I do.
I mean, I'm a data analyst, so I should also know how to do this.
Yeah, but the difference is I won't fix it.
Yeah,
I'll just tell you.
You'll just tell me. That's right. All right. Least consistent driver, what'd you say?
I had Lawson.
I had Antonelli, and it was Antonelli at 4.98. Crazy times.
Crazy. He did have a great season despite being inconsistent.
I think he was inconsistent because he overperformed a lot.
Yeah.
Compared to like being a rookie. Yeah, I think he did very well this season. Most consistent team, what did you say, Ben?
I said Williams.
I, for some reason, said Ferrari.
That's insane.
I don't know why. It was McLaren at 1.74.
Okay.
Least consistent team, what'd you say?
I had Ferrari.
Much better guess. I said Red Bull, and I actually was correct.
That's crazy. I guess
because Tsunoda was so bad.
Yeah, like 4 different drivers.
Well, yeah, there's that, but also like if you have a driver who's consistently finishing in the bottom 5 and one that's consistently winning, that's really bad for consistency. That would make a pretty big
standard deviation.
Yeah. Red Bull, least consistent team, and I think that was my reasoning there.
Okay, that makes sense. Nice call. You cleaned up.
I did very well in Formula 1, yes.
That might be the best predictions we've ever had.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good thing we're not doing hot sauce.
Dude, I copied this template from last season's finale, and I got to the bottom and I just saw hot sauce in bold letters. I started having flashbacks.
No.
Oh, I'm so glad we did not do that again this year.
That was miserable.
I can't believe that was over a year ago now.
Yeah.
I remember it like it was yesterday. The pain in my stomach has not gone away. All right. We had some grab bag predictions that were just awful.
They were funny, though.
I think they were funny, and I think they were mostly memes. So, Ben, why don't you give me your 3 grab bags that, just spoiler alert, neither of us got any of these 3 correct.
Yeah. I had MBS, our beloved leader of F1, getting restraining order from Hamilton. Toto Wolff getting fired from Mercedes, and Audi leaving Formula 1 before they began.
Any of these would have been hilarious.
It would have been hilarious.
I will say Toto Wolff was probably your closest one.
The closest one?
Because he did sell a bunch of stock in Mercedes this year.
Yep. And then
did not get fired.
There has been a lot of engine drama and a lot of teams being quite unhappy with the FIA.
Yes.
But nobody's left yet.
Yeah.
So. You can't win them all.
If you said Christian Horner fired from Red Bull, uh-oh.
Yeah. What an episode.
What an episode indeed. Everything has gone wrong.
Yeah.
But we're back.
Do we need to clap again?
I don't think we need to clap again.
Okay.
You're going to see our outtakes and our bloopers, and the window's open now, which it wasn't before the episode. I don't know what you've seen and when you've seen it, but you've probably seen some technical difficulties, things on the screen, and we've kept the audio in because we need to get this episode out.
Yep.
And if we just keep starting over, things will go. It's just never going to happen. So.
It'll be better next season for sure.
Next season will be better. Almost assuredly.
Maybe I'll even shell out for like an actual camera to record with. Who knows?
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Give the old Xperia 1 Mark IV a break.
There we go.
That can be the B-roll camera.
Absolutely. Okay. What did we just talk about? We talked about our predictions. Yeah. Our grab bag. Your grab bag
turn
predictions.
For the grab bag predictions.
If you said Christian Horner left Red Bull, you would have been absolutely right.
I got the wrong team principal.
Wrong team principal. All right, my 3 grab bag predictions. I had there will be more Andretti drama before their 2026 entrance with Cadillac. I thought this was a shoe-in for sure.
I feel like there technically was.
Was there?
I mean, it's not Andretti anymore.
I don't know. Was that drama?
I feel like it could be drama.
I don't think it was because I think this was known that they weren't technically Andretti when we made this, but they are Andretti.
Okay.
I thought they were just going to be like continued to try to be shoved out for whatever reason.
Fair enough.
I had at least 2 drivers getting banned for swearing. back at the beginning of the season when they announced that they would be doing race bans for swearing on camera, and then they never did because that's stupid, and they realized that, I guess.
Yeah, they chilled out with that. There's still like a media restriction on swearing.
Which I think is a lot more understandable than...
in the heat of the moment, swearing on radio.
Yeah, exactly. And then I had Sainz will score at least 2 times Albon's points, and then Albon finished ahead of Sainz in the championship.
Yep,
so.
Not by much, but he did.
Yeah, so very good job, Alex Albon. I underestimated you. I think both Williams drivers actually did pretty well this year.
Sainz had a lot of DNFs.
Sainz did, and a lot of them were mechanical, to be fair. So both of them had their moments. I think that Williams was still a little tricky to drive. I think overall, Williams finishing 5th in the championship.
That's the best they could have gotten because they weren't going to touch Ferrari or Mercedes.
No. So I think both did very well, and they finished very close to each other in championship. I think this Sainz scoring twice. Well, actually, I can't really say that because I think we both predicted them to finish 5th. So regardless.
Yeah. Anyways,
maybe I didn't think they'd score as many points as they did. But moving on to our overtake of the year. We have an overtake of the week every episode, and I have compiled my favorite 4, which I think are the best 4 of the year.
He's right. He's objectively right.
Into our first option, I did this in order of when they happened. Our first option was Oscar Piastri on Lewis Hamilton on lap 57 of the Australian Grand Prix. I actually just remembered this one, which I think is one of the reasons it's a candidate. Because it was a crazy pass around the outside on a wet track in Australia. Crazy race. Great stuff from Piastri. Second, we had Verstappen on Piastri into turn 1 in Imola. I also remembered this one. This was F1's overtake of the year. Their official pages, they chose this one.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of lukewarm.
It didn't really a turn 1 overtake.
It didn't really stand out to me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was good. I don't know. It didn't end up being our overtake of the season. So
yeah.
Third, we had Connor Daly on David Malukas and Jack Harvey into turn 3 on lap 110 at IMS during the Indianapolis 500. It was like a quadruple overtake. He went 4 wide into turn 3. It was the 3rd highest car and passed everybody else.
Made it stick. And then ran out of fuel and
ended his race.
Yeah. It would become a theme for Connor Daly, but he became very entertaining to watch on ovals.
Yes, because he would just take such a massive lead or be very aggressive and passing people all the time, and then he would run out of gas.
Yep.
And have to pit 3 laps before the end of the race. So that was our 3rd one. And then 4th, Christian Rasmussen on Alex Palou on lap 229 for the Milwaukee Mile. Crazy overtake around the outside and a very flat oval, so not a lot of banking, not a lot of grip on the outside, especially Alex Palou wheel banging him the entire time.
Yep.
And somehow did not lose control of the car, made the pass around the outside to win the race.
That was absolutely white knuckle racing right there. You could watch him around the entire track, just fishtailing almost. He just couldn't put
the rear end of the car
was
just sliding, and he somehow made it work. So my vote order for these was number 4, number 1, number 3, and number 2. So that is Rasmussen on Alex Palou, followed by Piastri on Hamilton, followed by Daly on Malukas and Harvey, and then last of the 4 was Verstappen on Piastri. And then Ben had Oscar Piastri on Lewis Hamilton, that's his number 1, followed by Rasmussen and Palou, followed by Daly on Malukas and Harvey, and then Verstappen and Piastri. So we have a tie for first place. Our co-overtakes of the season, I think it's fitting because one is from Formula 1 and one is from IndyCar.
Yeah.
We have, for Formula 1, Oscar Piastri on Lewis Hamilton on lap 57 of the Australian Grand Prix. And from IndyCar, we have Christian Rasmussen on Alex Palou on lap 229 in Milwaukee. And I think those are very deserving.
I agree.
Co-overtakes of the year. If we were voting for moment of the year, I guarantee you we'd have the same thing. It was absolutely Santina Ferrucci at Road America catching a beer and chugging it.
After running out of gas 100 yards after the finish line.
On the podium. Oh, boy.
What a legend.
That was so great.
That was such a cool race.
That was a great race, too.
It's like the pit strategy race ever.
Yes. Man, do I even want to change my... No.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah. So, race of the year. Actually, I forget it. They're not reading this.
It's fine. You guys can't see this.
Race of the year. I have Silverstone. What a Grand Prix. Wet conditions. Everyone flying off the track. Nico Hulkenberg on the podium. Oh boy. Great stuff. Very entertaining. My thing that I just considered switching it to was Road America. Because boy was that a good race.
An extremely hot race, crazy fuel strategies.
Yeah, the fuel strategies were nuts. But yeah, so both were very good. What did you have, Ben?
I had Indy 500 this year.
It was very good.
It was pretty good. I really liked Connor Daly going insane.
Yes.
Some big shakeups. Newgarden
from the back to the front to DNFing.
Yep. Really exemplifies his entire season. Penske's entire season, really.
Yep.
The NASCAR boy failing to make it much further than lap 1.
Mm-hmm. Kyle Larson.
Larson, that's his name. And
then going to the Coke 600 and DNFing from that.
Yep. But yeah, it was just awesome overtakes. I always love watching it. It's watching high side. It's you want to learn high side racing versus low side racing, and when people pass on ovals, IndyCar is a great macro stage to watch and kind of see it on like the biggest racetrack, which makes it much easier to see. So then when you go to smaller tracks like Iowa or Texas or Milwaukee Mile, you can kind of take what you saw in Indy 500 and distill that down into even crazier moments for passing there.
For sure. And if you have a short track around you, whether it's asphalt or dirt, highly recommend. It's very fun. You can probably get in for $15-20 at most. If you're somewhere in the Midwest, it's probably like $5. I would be surprised if you can get your kids in for free if they're under a certain age. Great way to spend the evening. It's a fun thing to do. You get dirt in your eyes and you eat dirty hot dogs and
drink warm beer
that's also full of dirt.
Yeah. What could be more American?
Yeah, it's extremely American and way more fun than we're making it sound right now.
It's about the experience. It's type 2 fun.
It really is. It's hot. It's Friday or Saturday night in the summer. You got big block V8 engines that have no sort of sound deadening at all. Mm-hmm. I would say they're straight piped, but there's no
generous.
Pipe. Yeah, there's no pipe. It's just engine. Wrapped in a roll cage, essentially.
Yeah.
And boy, if you get placed for those late models, that's good stuff. All right, that concludes that. Ben, last words of wisdom for this season. First words of wisdom for this year.
Yes.
What do you got?
I have a lot of experience with this recently. Robot vacuums are fickle creatures.
Yeah.
But I've found it's actually a great use of a little extra money, honestly, these days to get an extended warranty or a warranty at all with your electronic devices, especially phones, robot vacuums, appliances, not as much. Appliances are actually fairly well made these days, but
yeah, like
commodity electronics, it's so worth getting a warranty. I pay for a Best Buy membership, not sponsored, obviously.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
That would be neat. And I've more than made my money back over the years from it, because every year I have something that stops working because electronics these days are garbage and are made to be disposed of. So I've gone through a robot vacuum, I've gone through a espresso maker, I've gone through...
Already? Oh, that's right.
Not this espresso maker, but the last one.
Uh-huh.
And I've more than made my money back with it. It's super worth it because if it stops working, then you have, a $500, $700, even a $300 expense to have to replace and get nothing back out of it. Really hurts. So I found that paying a little extra for a warranty that lasts at least 1 or 2 years is super worth it.
Yeah. Good stuff. Electronics are definitely made to be disposed of quickly. This is a laptop I got from work that I've had for now a year and a half. It's a year and a half old. I have been using this for just over 50 minutes, and I'm already at like 65% battery.
Yeah, they just don't make them like they used to.
They
I have a
really
2019 HP Spectre 13 that has followed me throughout all of college. I got it in 2019, and it still almost runs like it's brand new. It's great.
That's nice.
This thing has seen so much exhaust fumes from tuning race cars and getting tossed around in shops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's an exception to the rule, I'd say.
Nice. Yeah, I am hoping that now that I have a more, let's say, resource-intensive job, computer-wise, that they might be
Please
able
give
to
me not a
bump me
Dell.
up. Yes, give me something with 32 gigabytes of RAM.
Although the XPS, the Dell XPS is back, and I've heard that's good again.
Nice.
Yep.
I was looking at an HP, I think.
HP does make some good laptops.
Yeah. Regardless, Ben, you have one final Craigslist pick of the week, and it is a special one, and I cannot wait.
It's very cool. We don't have videos, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of videos coming next season.
Yeah. We'll probably have standalone videos on this next season.
If I get my stuff together, we will. Yeah. But I've made a purchase. Has
actually made a Craigslist
pick of the week. And my Craigslist pick of the week is a 1981 Chevrolet Corvette in silver. Somebody painted a black stripe on the bottom to make it look like an anniversary. It's neither here nor there.
I think it looks great.
It looks gangbusters. I bought it for $4,300 cash.
So good.
It runs, drives, and crucially, it stops. It starts first try. Nathan experienced it. It's been sitting since I pulled it off the trailer last night. It got down to freezing overnight, and I went out to show Nathan, and it started up first crank. Immediately.
So good.
The brake lights work, right?
Yep.
The clutch feels great. The transmission shifts pretty well. It's a 4-speed. Okay, so I guess we should start with the specs. Yes. There's not that many options for a 1981 Corvette. They whittled it down from, I think, 3 engine options to just 1 engine option for 81. A lot of that comes down to emissions. So this is the 350 or the 5.7, depending on what you prefer to call them when they get to this age. V8, just an LS small block, bread and butter. This one, for 1 year in 1981, they added quadrajet carburation with the CCC, the CCC computer control carburation. It essentially uses sensors similar to what fuel injection would use, but for a carburetor. That allowed it to pass emissions, so they could sell it in all 50 states. Unfortunately, that meant that it made 190 horsepower when new.
Yep, that is the problem with cars from the 70s and 80s.
Absolute gobs of torque.
I bet.
But, yeah, not a whole lot of horsepower when new.
Yeah.
But actually fairly reliable in terms of old electronic systems. All Corvettes of this year and past years came standard with Chevrolet's Positraction LSD, independent four-wheel suspension. The suspension in the back is so weird. It actually uses trailing arms, kind of like a torsion beam, but it's independent, so it uses a leaf spring in the middle, centered on the just behind the differential, to give you your spring, along with dampers to keep you from pogoing. It's a Borg-Warner T10 short ratio 4-speed gearbox. It's got my particular one has the glass target tops.
So good.
Which are very cool. It's got period correct but not stock centerline aluminum monoblock wheels. And the headlights don't work, but they never work on these cars. It's just vacuum systems that go bad. The turn signal stock is fallen off. Yep. I don't know where it's gone, but I need a new one.
It's somewhere.
It's somewhere. And the interior is not great, but honestly, it's also not bad.
Yeah, it could be much worse.
It could be much worse. Yeah. Most of the gauges work, which is incredible. Yeah. The fuel gauge doesn't work. It has an electronic fuel pump on the frame, as a lot of these cars do when they're retrofitted, instead of the standard mechanical pump. And it has factory air conditioning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if it works because it's winter.
It's winter.
I won't find out for
a while.
A few months now. But yeah, I bought it for $4,300, running, driving, stopping, starting condition. I drove it onto the trailer and drove it off the trailer.
It's pretty good.
is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And it sounds excellent.
It does sound excellent. However, when are you putting an LS3 in it?
When I come upon $5,000
yeah, exactly.
and a lift.
yeah, right. That's the problem.
Yeah. No, my plan for this is I probably want to get the interior to mostly stock.
Yeah.
Try to get everything just to like stock working condition, turn signals, headlights, carpeting, controls, all that. I'll probably put one of those. They make single DIN CarPlay Android Auto units. And I'll probably put that in there. Redo some of the plastics and stuff like that. Just get it to like a nice looking stock condition.
Yeah.
And from there, I will probably race car it.
Yeah. So first thing is going to be suspension, right?
No, suspension is actually the most expensive part, and
is it really?
From what I've read, you don't get that much benefit from switching to coilovers in the back. Obviously, at some point, I'll have to refresh it because stuff just gets old. I'll have to do new bushings and all that. But at least for now, to start off, I don't want it to be a huge money pit yet. So
yeah,
it's actually I'll give it a shot just with maybe I'll upgrade the rear brakes to disc brakes first.
There you go. Are the drums?
I think there are drums in the back. Yeah, but I'll do that and then just start racing it and then upgrade from there to see what I need.
Good stuff.
I won't do any power mods right off the bat. I'll probably do brakes, suspension, tires first.
I assume
and then interior.
These cars did not have power steering yet.
I think this one might have. I can't remember. Hold on.
I would have been right around the time when it became a thing.
I haven't driven it enough to really notice.
Man, but I mean, if you didn't notice, it probably does have power steering.
Or I'm just really strong.
Or you're just so strong.
Standard? Yes.
It does have power steering?
Power steering.
Wow.
Yeah, and it used, a fiberglass monoleaf spring in the back.
Well, that will make racing it much more doable. I'm just thinking American heavy steel car.
It weighs 3,200 pounds. It's not terrible.
It's not terribly heavy.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking car from that era, racing it if it didn't have power steering might be a challenge.
Yeah. And it needs a new steering wheel because something appears to have eaten some of this one.
yeah.
I don't know what species it was, but it chewed through this part of the steering wheel.
Yeah. So, Recaro racing seat bolted into the frame.
That's way too expensive. Summit racing seats bolted in.
Summit.
$200 a seat, my friend.
My Sparco's not terribly expensive, but Summit's definitely cheaper.
So this will be a lesson in cost-effective restoration and racing prep.
Yeah.
And it'll just evolve as we go along. I want to keep this for a long time and just continue like right.
You absolutely should. So.
Yeah.
We'll keep a lookout for that. I'm sure Ben will be posting videos or sending me videos to post about this thing.
Yeah.
And we will absolutely
hopefully we have content coming out for it.
We will have content for sure.
Hopefully edited by me.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I've got this fancy 9070, so I better use it for something.
Better use it for something.
Yeah.
Next season, we're going to have some surprises. We'll hopefully be in a new location.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
like
same
right over there.
Oh, right over there. Same-ish location, but different room. And maybe some new hosts or guests.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But you might be seeing more than just our faces, which will be good. And I think it'll be entertaining.
I think it'll at least be entertaining no matter what.
But this is probably the last season of RevHang that will be anything like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This racing podcast that has evolved and devolved into many different things. I do like the direction we're going.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to you have to start out with a rigid thing in order to get to what you actually really enjoy. Because sometimes you don't really know what you enjoy talking about until you actually start talking about it.
I do enjoy racing. I think that will always be a part of this podcast. But I think we're going to kind of branch off and expand our topics. I think it will still always be about cars.
Might have a little bit different schedule too if we're not solely centered around racing weekends. Maybe we'll do an episode every week and then we'll take a couple week break while we're working on another project or something like that. But
we'll see.
It'll still be semi-regular.
we will see. There's a lot of things that we can do from here. We might actually start playing games together. That would be. We keep saying we're gonna do that.
I know. Maybe we'll make a video about us building me a racing rig for my steering wheel.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun. So, but thank you again for listening and watching. If you did this episode and this season of RevHang, we'll be back for season 5. Almost half a decade we've been doing this.
Don't say that.
I know, it hurts me too.
Okay.
But think about how far we've come, Ben.
We have come really far.
Season 1 was audio only.
Audio only, us sitting at separate computers
over Discord. Place. Season 2 was the same thing.
Yeah.
We had a little bit more structure in season 2.
Yeah.
And then season 3 we had video of us in separate places.
Mm-hmm.
That was painstakingly edited by hand back and forth.
That was a lot of work for you.
That was the worst. In season 4 we've been able to get a system down to that cuts my editing almost into a quarter of what it used to be. So
yeah,
love that. Love being in the same room as Ben. It's very fun.
Really helps. It helps us talk to each other. It's really nice to be able to not have to worry about interrupting each other.
Yeah, well, we still do, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be.
It's funnier this way.
It is funnier this way, yeah. But I'm sure there'll be even more interrupting next season.
Yeah.
If you can't tell who our surprise guests are yet, well, you'll see.
Who knows?
So, we will see you in probably a little over a month's time. After all the launches, probably after winter testing, and before the Australian Grand Prix in early March. But until then, I've been Nathan.
And I'm Ben. Who owns a Corvette?
Who owns a Corvette. Thanks for hanging out.
See you later.